Good morning. It's Friday. This is the mess I'm dealing with. And so I was going to record a catch-up video because I've been so inundated, and you'll understand why soon. One, we're having a bathroom torn apart, so now the kids get to bring their mess in my bathroom. I can't keep up with my stuff. Me and Lexi went for a walk this morning. Yeah, she's back in her cage because she's a wild beast. Here's my desk because I can't get nothing done. And so it's about 10 after 9. And this was from Papa's chocolate chip cookie need at 1 o'clock this morning. Tried to cook cookies. Kids were messing with grapes last night. We're still sleeping. Supposed to be in school 7:30. This is the mess that they leave for me. I'm not supposed to eat and drink out here. Why there's a spatula in my living room, I don't know. And so anyway, I was trying to clear out my SD cards so that I could put up new video. And there's a grape. See the grape? Skateboard. Dirty floors because I haven't been able to clean them because I'm too busy picking up, and so I kind of decided this week, and I'm not doing it anymore. 7:30 is supposed to be in school. These are clean clothes I folded. That's my princess house. I gotta put it away. I had to move it out of the pool house because we're making that for my dad. So this one was supposed to be in school at 8:40. This one refuses to keep sheets on his bed. So does apple cores, peels, blah blah blah, clothes. This was much messier yesterday. Actually, I will give it to him. No, Jake, you can't go in there. Good morning, Jakey. Here's the update on the bathroom. They're doing some kind of knockdown texture to the wall. I don't know if I can show it here. I don't know if I'm supposed to stand on this tile. So yeah, it's gonna have a texture to it. I've seen it and it's done. It looks pretty cool. So the bathtub is out, toilet's out, ugly Formica cabinet is out. And now it's going to be a nice shower with some handicap bars, a recessed shelf, and that is my accent tile. Kind of got some silver and copper and marble. Are you interested? Do you like it? Do you approve? So that's what's happening in here. So, I've been spending a lot of time going through the SD cards and trying to clear out some space, and they were all full, and I had all these snippets of videos that I had started, and I'm totally embarrassed by my kids, but some of you might know I'm going through some therapy over them because they refuse to go to school. They're really giving me a hard time and rebelling. Out to the pool house, do the update on there, and so yeah, not much I can do right now but keep my own sanity. Oh, curtain rod fell down. I guess that wasn't a go. I will have to. I have these nautical curtains. I was hoping that the spring rod would work, but no. So here's the cabinet. Nice TV will go in there. We'll have storage. Put a nice new floor in. Painted. This little table. This bed will go here. Stepping on the curtains. So yeah, this will be a nice room for him. So that is done. A little house close to our house. Got a wind chime. Say goodbye to the old potty. I bought some fountains. I have to fill them up. That's Mickey. I still have areas of stuff I don't know what to do with. I have to put that away. So, here's the other fountain. I like this one. Yep. Nope. Nope. Not coming out here. So Jake and Lulu have put a hole in the screen for the 5th time. Usually my kitchen is worse than this after a night of them being up all night. So things have been crazy, and I don't know why they're rebelling so badly. But I did hook up with a program, and the hardest part right now is sticking to my guns. I think I've tried to hide a lot of what I go through with my children, but it's inevitable. Like, going through this therapy, I just have to face the facts and not worry about outside influences. I was very influenced by the teachers, friends, people coming at me all the time about how to discipline my kids. And it's difficult, like, I don't want them to be this way. I didn't raise them this way. And so a big piece of my therapy has been that I am too emotional, and I'm coming from an emotional standpoint, and letting that affect me. And kids pick up on that, and they learn how to push their buttons, and they know exactly what temper tantrum to take, what action to take to get on your last nerve, because they're wearing you down, and it's to get what they want. And really, if you think on it, kids were not really raised to work for anything. When they're born, you feed them when they need to be fed, you change them when they need to be changed, so you dote on them a lot. And I don't ask much from my kids. We have implemented chores. I have tried to get them involved in being one as a family and helping out, but there's just something outside of that that's abnormal. And so this is why I'm seeking therapy over this. And so I feel a little shameful saying that, but at the same time, I'm a parent, I'm a responsible parent, and I have to provide what is needed. And it got me thinking back, like, I was very upset with my mother for not providing for my brother in a way that he needed. He had some problems, and she didn't want to label him or see him in that light, because that wasn't going to be her kid, and ultimately it turned out to be disastrous. I say to the counselor, I said, I've had a daycare all these years, and I've helped so many families and children with discipline issues. Why am I not able to do that here? And then she said, you're too emotionally attached, and they're your children, and they actually know how to get around you better than somebody else's child. So that made a lot of sense, and it was an eye-opener. I just have to say, my feelings right now are just, I'm embarrassed. I feel like I have failed them. Well, I haven't failed them. I failed teaching them something, I guess. And so we kind of have to go back to basics and just work on my emotions so that I'm strong to deal with these temper tantrums or these creative ways that they're going to throw at me. So what we've been dealing with right now, they've totally disregarded cleaning up after themselves. And so it's been like a rat race for me all day, every day. You know, this has cost me time. This has cost me money. This has cost me, you know, the ability to leave the home, even to just go out, grab coffee with a friend. Like, it's really hard to get out of the house because they're so rowdy and so loud, and then they disturb my dad, or they're running around the house and breaking things and being totally disrespectful to the home. And so you know, then my feeling is if I have to leave the house, I'm fearful if I leave all three of them together. And this just sucks to live this way, you know. And now they don't go to school. They just refuse to go to school. We've had 3 incidents with the police coming out to talk to them about how important school is, that it's the law, and they still seem to think I'm just a big joke. So, hey, now I just control what I can control. And I know a lot of people around me and the teachers and the counselors are not in agreeing with me with school, but I'm not going to let them drive me either. I'm not going to let them, you know, have an opinion about how I'm doing things, because they don't live in my world, and they don't have the amount of children I have, and they don't deal with these disrespectful children. And I have to take the emotional piece out that I did not raise them this way. I keep saying that over and over again. I did not, I don't understand where I deserve this. And so, you know, in my daycare days and helping other kids, I immediately would go to each child as individual. Each child has their own personality. Each child has their own way of learning and doing. So I guess I have to look at my kids that way too, to be fair, you know. So if they want to stand and have this choice, so be it. But now we're going to start doing some massive life skilling. And this is something I've thought about a lot in the past, especially with my brother. I really feel the system failed. And, you know, and I've seen in other kids and teens where they come out of school, don't know how to write a check, don't know how to apply for a job. And we had these things growing up in school. You know, we had home ec and we had classes in school that would teach us these things, and they don't do that anymore. And they're not even teaching cursive anymore in school. So yeah, we're going backwards. And so now, you know, I'll take on the responsibility and just control what I can control. Since they want to step up and think they know life and they know how it works, they're going to learn it quickly. Not quick enough for me, but so yeah. So unfortunately, I will have to clean this mess up today because I have the nurse coming for my dad, and she needs to be able to utilize the bathroom to shower him. And now this again will fall on me, but it's not going to come without a consequence. So I've decided that all the time I spend cleaning up the extras, and please don't think this is about me, like all about me. It's not all about me time, me time. You know, these are things that these kids are 10 through 15 and they should be doing. They've been taught how to do it. They know it's respectful. You pick up after yourself after each little thing you do, and this doesn't happen. So, you know, they think I'm a nag, and they tell me, yeah, in a minute, and a minute turns into hours and days and blah, blah, blah. And now here I am cleaning up this huge mess because now I'm embarrassed and I need to have a safe area and whatnot. So I'll do it, but for the time amount. So I'm going to set a timer. It's now 9:23. They're still home from school. After I call the school and let them know that they've refused school and it's not an excused absence, I will start picking up, and I will set a timer, and the amount of time that takes me is going to be the amount of time that the internet gets shut off once they earn that privilege back. They will not have electronics today at all because they chose not to go to school. And so those are the things I can control. I can turn off the internet, and I can shut their phones off from my phone. So that's today. That is today. So things have been working a little better since I've been implementing these natural consequences, and then I guess they are going to fall back a little bit. They did tell me that, it's going to get harder before it gets better, because this is going to create some tension. This is going to create time of them freaking out, not getting their way, having temper tantrums, lashing out, and once I have my emotions under control and figure out what it is they do to me that tick me off, set me off, and make me want to give up. So I think I'm prepared there. And so I have decided that, you know what, maybe this is my calling. I've always wanted to write a book about life skilling, and maybe I'm going to do it from this standpoint, from children who have A.D.D and O.D.D issues. And I'm not a label person. I'm not against it. It's nice to say, oh, this kid has A.D.D. This is why he's having a problem concentrating. This kid has O.D.D. This is why he's having a problem communicating. And so that's all fine and good and well. What I don't like about it is the excuse piece. I don't like that it's not excusable. Okay, so you might say, oh, I'm not functioning or focusing well today because I'm tired, so you're just going to let me sleep all day? Like, life doesn't work that way. Like, we still have to cope, deal, communicate, take consequence for our action, no matter what problem we have going on in our life. Hi, Dave. So, this is it. I think this is my calling. This is where I need to help others. I've been dealing with it and experienced with it for a long time now. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. And I may do it through a video series here with you guys. And I'll write a book alongside of it and use my personal experience and what's working for us and what's not. And so going back to you're very needy this morning. You're very needy. Going back to clearing out my SD cards. I can't tell you how many videos I pass by, like, oh, the kids did this to me. Oh, this is what they did. And oh, this is the mess. And oh, this is what I'm dealing with. And I usually have shit together and blah, 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 blah. You know what? Probably after the 10th one, I was like, I guess I don't have my shit together. So I have some responsibility myself to work on that. I need to step up too, and so I'm going to stop thinking of myself as failing. When you have kids, every day is different. Every day is learning for them and learning for me. And if you have children, you understand. I guess just like when you get pregnant with your first baby, you think you're going to have this beautiful, painless birth, and then, life slaps you in the face. And so then you have to deal with terrible twos. Of course, we never had terrible twos. We had terrifying threes. And you get through that. And then again, at age 7, things started to get a little uncomfortable and difficult again. And so I'm entering into now, I guess, this next phase of discipline with tweens and teens. So if you think that this is something that would help you or somebody you know, please let me know, and I will definitely be working hard and using my experiences along the way to help others. And we need to support each other as parents. Sometimes some things don't work and some other things will work, and so I'm just going to stop beating myself up now and move on with trying something different. It's not going to hurt, right? Can't get any worse. All right, so I hope everybody has a lovely day. I am going to move on with cleaning up. I got to get all this stuff done by 2 o'clock. and I have the contractors coming back in, and hopefully they will help move my dad out to his little house, and he can have some peace and quiet. That's, you know, another struggle here. You know, making him comfortable and dealing with his dementia. And that's a whole nother. And I may combine, I'm not sure. But I am writing a blog about his antics. He's something else, and I'm sure I could help somebody there too. Or at least, you know, we could have a chuckle about experiences that we're dealing with together. All right, guys, have a lovely day. Miss you all from back home. Been really sentimental lately. It's December 2nd, and I'm missing everybody. But I hope to get back there soon to visit. But please understand, unfortunately, we have some things to deal with here. And you can come along for the ride, and I will stop being embarrassed, and I will stop being ashamed, and let you all in. And I think, you know, even if your kids are a tenth of what I'm dealing with, and it's helpful. You know, a lot of my friends that I've helped in the past say, you know, they're so grateful for my advice and helping them in teaching their kids to cope. You know, I will say the underlining secret is understanding your child's emotion when they're having a hard time. Let them get it out. Let them have the time to themselves. And then revisit calmly and discuss what they're feeling. Because most of the time, it's uncontrollable feeling and they don't know how to communicate. And I don't care how old the kid is, you know. Like, I'm just used to dealing with babies and younger children. And now, you know, I'm coming up with these tweens and teens, and you know, they naturally just want to shut you out. And they'll probably do that. I remember one good piece of advice my mother always told me: your children will, at some point in their tweens and teens, emotionally leave you, and they will be back. They will come back to you. You just gotta have a loving heart and an open mind, and they're gonna be back. You know, this is their time to experience real life, what they think they know as real life. And yeah, they'll realize later. And so you just keep that in the back of your mind. You're going to realize later. So it may be in their 20s, it may be in their 30s, it may be hopefully by 35. You know, and they start creating their own relationships in their own families, and they can reach back to you and say, hey, Mom, or Dad, you know, whatever. So yeah, we teach what we have to teach and what we can teach now, and hopefully they absorb it, and we provide the things we have to provide, and all you can do is pray for the best. All right, guys, I'm done now. Have a lovely day. I think the contractors are here, and got to get cleaning up. All right, talk soon. Bye.